The government is likely now to announce one rank one pension before the 28th August on the eve of 50 years of the 1965 war. Well, that would be heartening news to our war veterans and our veterans there. President, Prime Minister, Defence Minister and three service chiefs will pay homage at Amar Jawan Jyoti. Defence Minister Manohar Parrikar will meet the Prime Minister. The Defence Minister has met the Prime Minister, will meet the Prime Minister at South Block. Sources have confirmed that the Defence Minister has spoken about one rank one pension. He's already met the Prime Minister. Two representatives of the ex-servicemen have been protesting for the implementation of one rank one pension and are likely to meet Prime Minister Modi soon. All right, let me simplify with what I just told you. The latest that we're getting in is that the Defence Minister has already had a meeting with the Prime Minister and a delegation of ex-servicemen. There was a little bit of confusion in that read that we just took, so let me simplify it for our viewers. The Defence Minister has met with the Prime Minister, and this is the big excusing that we're getting, that in all possibility, one rank one pension could be announced on the 28th of August. I want to cut across to Jugal Purohit, my colleague who's joining us with the latest development, as well as our senior editor Gaurav Sawant joining me from the newsroom. Jugal, will you get us up to speed with this news break, please?
Well, Tracy, what we are given to understand is that the Defence Ministry is already in talks. The Prime Minister's office got more actively involved since the 15th of August, or rather I would say the 13th of August, when the talks broke down between the Finance Ministry, PMO and the veterans. So it isn't as if the PM is not aware. However, insofar as the one rank one pension issue is concerned, I'm given to understand by Defence Ministry sources that there is no likelihood of any meeting taking place today. All those people who are in the loop are already aware and they are expecting some breakthrough to take place soon, but sources are not wanting to give out a date at this point in time because many a times it has been attempted and has only backfired. They're saying they do not want the veterans to once again start speculating. They will assure them at the right time is what I'm given to understand. All right.
Okay, Jugal, stay on with me. Let me also bring in our senior editor Gaurav Sawant, who's getting in a word from the Defence Ministry. Gaurav, what are you picking up? Jugal sources still skeptical whether or not one rank one pension would be announced by the 28th of August.
28th of August is the 50th anniversary of India's victory over Pakistan in the 1965 war. That's the day that President, Prime Minister, the Defence Minister and several other dignitaries would be paying homage at the Amar Jawan. There are functions that are planned all over the country and especially in the theatres of war. And what our sources are telling us, on this day, the Prime Minister will make an announcement on one rank, one pension. There are some modalities that are still to be worked out. Most of the modalities have already been worked out. Now, some niggles may just remain even on the 28th of August, but the Prime Minister's commitment that one rank, one pension will be implemented. Also, a firm timeline, the date of implementation, all of those details are likely to be announced last minute. Both Finance Ministry and Defence Ministry officials are still working on, they're burning the midnight oil.
What are the inside details? Because with what at least we've been hearing is that the Ministry of Defence is on board. However, it is the Finance Ministry which is having issues with this.
Well, the Defence Ministry was always on board. The Defence Minister has been personally campaigning for one rank, one pension. The Finance Ministry had issues with two dates, whether one rank, one pension needs to be implemented with the scale of 2011 or the scale of 2014, and whether an annual increment of 3% is to be given, or is this increment supposed to be given at every pay commission. These were some of the niggles. Also, the issue, if you give one rank one pension to the armed forces, then it's the railways that will demand it next, and then the central paramilitary forces. But those arguments are to be handled separately. The two arguments, whether 2011 or 2014 and whether 3%, that, from what my sources tell me, almost worked out, and sources are saying some good news is expected on the 50th anniversary of the 65 war.
Well, appreciate you joining us, Gaurav. You know, it's rather interesting because that maybe, you know, our producers can pull out those visuals of Havaldar Major Singh as we go into a break, because Havaldar Major Singh, when he spoke to me today, also pointed out that he fought the 1965 war.